Welcome to Modern Mystic Messages. I'm Teresa. I want to thank you for stopping by and clicking on the video. If this is your first time here, welcome. If you're returning, welcome back, Soul Family. And truthfully, I have to say this reading probably is for some of our returning Soul Family. I mean, obviously, even if it's your first time, if it resonates for you, that is wonderful. But I did a reading earlier today, and it was a little bit heavy in the energies. I mean, it wasn't bad, and there is a way out. It was pointing to the future, but it had a lot of heavy stuff going on for somebody. And I thought, I've done my due diligence. I did my reading for the day, and I'm gonna go on in here and cook my dinner, or cook my roommate's dinner, I should say, because I'm fasting. But I thought I was getting ready to go in and cook, and it just didn't feel complete. I had to sit back down to the table. I don't know if this is going to be a continuation from the first reading or a spirit. I think spirit just wanted to leave it on a little more, just love on whoever that energy was for a little bit. I'm not sure. Obviously, I never know what's going to come out in the reading, but I had this overwhelming feeling that I'm just not done yet. Even though that reading was pretty lengthy and comprehensive, I had pulled two separate sets of cards for two completely different readings, but something tells me I need to go ahead and put this reading out. So we're going to get on into it. I am going to attempt to clear that energy that we had before. So we're going to see what comes. And of course, Archangel Michael, Archangel Raphael, and Yeshua, I ask that you preside over this reading and give me clear insight and messages for the viewers, for the soul family, as well as Archangel Sandalphon, Archangel Metatron, and Archangel Raphael. Please and thank you. Ashe. Yeah, let's get in here and see what's going on. I'm nosy like that anyway, but it's just I've never, like I said, I mean I've been you felt like I needed to sit down and do a reading because I know I needed to, but I've never gotten up from doing one and then felt like no, you need to go back and do that one too. You're not finished yet, so I'm gonna be obedient. Okay, reassess. You're being asked to take stock of your life and let go of anything or anyone that no longer makes you happy. Notice who and what brings you joy and what doesn't. It's time for some life cleanup. I thought we were going to be in a different place, but apparently, no, we're still here, but we're going to see what comes out of it. Speak up and expand. Okay. You're being asked to expand. You live in a huge world with endless possibilities, and staying safe in the known is no longer working for you. It's time to make your world just a little bit bigger. It's time to imagine the possibilities and go for them. And then speak up. What are you not saying that's eating you up inside? You can't keep this in forever. It's time to let it out so you can move on and be happy. Okay, I think this is a little clarification because in the last reading we saw the need to do something as far as cleaning house or figuring out what it is that you need to step away from, whether it's a person or a situation or a job. But this is being very specific. There's somebody or something you need to speak up your truth about, whether you're being called to speak publicly like on YouTube or Instagram or a platform, something you need to tell your story, or whether it's an individual that you need to speak up and speak your truth with. You've been trying to lay low and be nice and not make waves, and spirit said F that. You gonna have to get up here and let me clear my throat and get on and speak it. Yep, you got to do that. Yeah. And for once, my throat don't need clearing. That was yours to do. You gonna have to get out here and get with it, cause they mistaking your kindness for weakness, or somebody just ain't getting it. Like I said, sometimes, regardless of how healed we are, we gotta go back and get and sharpen up our karmic dialect and speak to them the way that they can hear it and understand it. Yeah. What's this right here? Oh, open doors. opportunities and right timing. The Gateway. This is way too many here, but let me look. Maybe not. Dancing with Stones movement, teamwork, and partnership. And I believe that was it, because this one here is find your center. Stay true to you and call it to you. Yeah. That's where we're going there. People can make us feel so. Oh, wow. This ain't even. Okay, this is a different deck, but this card was flipped backwards in this deck. But the card is nothing is impossible. Open to the unexpected, you'll find a way. So we're going to keep that too. On call, healer, seer, priestess, soul purpose, and releasing the old, energetic tune-up and new beginnings. And with Hierophant having come out before, and again, I'm not trying to make this be a part 2, and it may genuinely be a separate reading, but I mean, I know for a fact that, like I said, I'm not reading for just regular, everyday, pull them off the street folks. I'm reading for readers and healers and priestesses and shaman, or those who are being called to be that, even though they may not know it yet. And I kind of think that that's what is this situation here. You're at a crossroads. You're being asked to reassess some things, find your center, and speak up, because on the other side of this cleansing is an opening of your gifts, seer, healer. Yeah. Keep the big vision. Stay in alignment as you grow. Oh, here it is. Here it is. Gentle force. Consistency, persistence, patience, the long game. That's what you're trying to get to. And there it is. Okay. So let's pull some tarot, just because we can. What I told you. The Empress and the Star came out here together. That's important. That's super important. We saw the Empress come out before, but she had a lot of stuff weighing her down. And this could even be an Aquarius coming towards you. But I really feel like this is, like I said, this is rebirth into that healer, priestess, magician, shaman, whatever it is. This is stepping into soul purpose. Oh, yeah. Yeah, absolutely. After making this decision, 2 of Swords, to cut this loose, that's what was there. But look at what's on the other side of this, flanking the 2 of Swords. This hesitancy, this decision point. You got the Empress, the Star, the Queen of Wands, and the Wheel of Fortune. The Queen of Wands is all about manifesting her, whatever it is that she's bringing in that she wants. Look at here, at the bottom of the deck, Ace of Cups. Do I want all 3 of these? Nah. It's back to that introspection. I'm seeing 4 of Cups here in the Moon. So you still kind of not exactly sure how to go about this, but it's going to come. Because I could say it's not apathy. It's introspection and contemplation on how to do this because you want it, obviously. And it is coming. Eight of Wands is here again. Temperance, yeah. Yeah, like I said, Spirit just wanted to love on you a little bit more and let you know. It's as heavy as that other one was, it's not quite as bad as you may think. And it's not even bad. It's just a matter of seeing what needs to be done. And Spirit is acknowledging it is heavy, but you can. Knight of Cups, Page of Swords, Ace of Wands. The Page of Cups, but Page of Swords is like that early communication. So you're going to find out. I mean, you're going to find a way to it. It's not going to stay stuck like that. The Knight of Cups is enthusiastic, so yeah. I like that the Ace of Cups and Ace of Swords are here, though. So that it's a passionate new beginning and emotional balance, in a new beginning in, like I say, in that emotional balance in the love department, whether it's love of self or romantic love or what, it doesn't even matter at this point because you're balancing. But in this Empress star energy, that's what it's going to take for you to manifest. Or and I mean, when I say manifest, people always want to manifest stuff, but it's not even about that at this point. It's finding balance within yourself so that you can manifest this rebirth. It's about getting to the next stage of your spiritual evolution. The stuff will come along with it. We always focus on the physical manifestations. I don't think that that's what this is about. This is about purging what you need to purge so that your soul can heal, so that you can step into this show enough temperance energy, find your spaces as Queen of Wands. And like I said, at this point, yeah, when you put the Wheel of Fortune, the Empress, and the Star together, there will be, oh, there going to for sure be some physical manifestation out of it. But I'm just saying that's not first and foremost. But I think you know that. You know that. It's about this contemplation to get the needle moving. Eight of Wands, excuse me, is taking action, is fast movement, but you got to figure out how to do that in cooperation with this divine guidance so that the moon becomes clear. Excuse me, my throat all of a sudden is, yep, positive movement forward came right back out. That's good. Balance. Told you. That's all it is. Like I said, just finding your equilibrium. And it's gonna take some time because whatever it was, the haterade, the jealousy, the mice, the niggling stuff, and people that's been harping and chipping at you, it's gonna take some time to find your balance once you figure out who and what that is, who and or what that is, and go ahead and cut it out of your space. Then it just takes the time for this introspective moment to find this balance, but you will. Yeah, your intuition will kick in. And once that happens, your prosperity begins. Oh, third eye opening. Or are being encouraged to work on that. Yeah, Empress. Leaning out here with fertility. With Ace of Cups, Ace of Wands over here, and fertility coming out. Yeah, that's what this is about. It's basically spirit kind of showing you a little bit of what's on the other side of this painful episode and the healing and the melancholy and all the rest of that. It doesn't have to stay in that situation. It is going to improve. So Let's take a peek over here. Okay. Comfort. Show yourself some love. Be kind to yourself. A part of you needs comforting right now. Whatever unease you're feeling, it's okay. Drop expectations and seek solace. And like I said, I feel like this is what this reading was kind of about, just spirit wanting to love on you a little bit. Gratitude. Notice what's going right. Thankfulness is the secret sauce for creating lasting happiness. Cultivate an attitude of gratitude and then watch as your blessings grow. That's difficult sometimes when you realize, like I said, that first reading, I could see that something really uncomfortable is keeping somebody really, really kind of stuck. And in that kind of headspace, when it's picking at you, like I said, the mice and all of that stuff, it can be difficult to find this gratitude space. But it's so important that you do that, because the more gratitude you find, the more you'll the more things you'll have coming towards you to be grateful for. It just starts to build on itself. Grace. Notice divine audience. Grace is happening with you and through you. Notice any parts of your life that have been touched by blessings or where miracles have occurred. And I strongly suspect you're in the midst of one right now, or a season of. You're gonna start seeing them. Watch. Spirit is working with you. Let's see what the ancestors got. Want you to know. What I told you. I'll tell you what it say in a minute. Oh, this is still sticking up too. So we gonna look at that. I said that you are in a season of miracles, and all of these flip face down, and I don't have a clue what they say, but this one popped up. Herald of Hope. Anticipate miracles in the future. Yes, we're gonna take that all day. Dancer of Light. Let your inner light shine. Divine Guide. Follow the call of your heart. What else we got over here? Star Traveler. Follow the stars to find life's direction. And like I said, Temperance is here, so you're gonna get this divine. This series of this season, this Four Cups energy. It showed up before as well, but it's necessary for you to get the clarity you need to add first in the first part of that season is to get the clarity you need in meditation to see what you need to get rid of. And then the second part will be further contemplation and introspection to find your balance and get back to this point of gratitude, to kind of realize that it wasn't being done to you, it was being done for you, so that you could see a need to move. You've been walking, limping through life with a pebble in your shoe for a very long time. And it had to get so uncomfortable that you finally, Spirit is like, look, just sit down and take the damn shoe off already. And once you do that, you still might have to get the band-aids and kind of soak your foot and let it rest a little bit and figure out which direction we're going to move forward. Maybe even go get a new pair of more comfortable shoes or put a little pad in there or something. But you'll figure out, and that's just a metaphor. But it's you need it. You need further introspection and contemplation. One is clearing house, and the next one is how to move forward. Illusion breaker, yeah, seeing through illusions, return to reality. And then Angel of Peace is here with inner tranquility and balance. That's what you're gonna get from that additional season of introspection. It's not apathy or yeah, it's not apathy anymore. I don't think it was ever apathy for real. It might have been just not knowing what to do. It's not truly apathy. It's just needing to figure out a direction. Universal oneness. We're all in this together. Consciousness is flowing without separation. We act as one. Now that's true with soul tribe, and we are all still one. But from what I was seeing earlier, there's some parts of one that you gonna have to set aside. What's that Yeshua say about it's better if your hand make you stumble, cut it off. If your eye stumble, make you stumble, pluck it out. There's something in your current experience that cannot continue along the journey with you. You can release it with love because we are all one. I get that part. But they just got to go because it's holding you up. Soul rooms. We are unpacking teachings from your soul rooms. Take a moment to be still now during these activations. Yeah. Spirit will make it clear to you what can stay and what can go. Just make sure that you take heed to that. Don't let your previous obligations or like say what the ones that want to hang on, they might try to convince you that you need to let them stick around. If you know which ones can go and which ones can't, and if they can't, don't let them talk you into letting them stay, because all that's doing is messing you up. Patience. Not all will awaken at the same time. Be patient and hold space for those who need your guidance. Yes, that's what I'm saying. You don't have to be upset with them, but you can love them from afar. You can't keep that pebble in your shoe. The only way to truly help these people that's causing the problem is to leave them alone and continue on your journey. Then when they're able and ready to hear something different, they will progress either on their own or be at a point where they can receive assistance. But right now, you just beating your head against a brick wall trying to make somebody act right that isn't act right, trying to make their presence in your life feel good when all they're bringing you is pain, which is keeping you from your spiritual growth. Optimal self. Dense energies must be... Whoa. Look at here. Dense energies must be left behind in order for you to align with higher frequencies. I hadn't even read the card. I'm sitting here running my mouth, but there it is. There it is. And last but not least, we're going to look back over here and get a Yeshua card and a Metatron card to see what they got for us. Since Spirit want to love on us a little bit, no better way than to let that Christ consciousness flow towards you. Ooh, that was a little... It's weird. The cards just feel different all of a sudden. Ooh, no, I can't take 4. Ooh. The abundance is here. Enjoy life fully. The Magi is here. Signs and divine timing. And sisterhood, the feminine way. But I'm going to shuffle again and see what truly wants to come out. We're going to see. Why come 3 cards popped out again? Paul, Mary, and stand up. Okay, guess what? It is what it is. I got to learn how to stop arguing with these cards because... yeah. That one came out before, so we'll take some of those signs from Spirit with love. Let me see. Fire. That came out the other a few readings ago, but we're gonna see how it applies to this. Yeah, balance needed. Okay. So Well, let's see here. We're going to start with Paul. Get him out the way first, because, y'all, if you've been listening to my stuff, you know how I feel about Paul. But anyhow, this is the book, and we're going to read it. Awakening and Transformation. Just as Saul had a moment of revelation and moved away from a committed former way of life, changing his name to Paul, you also may be going through a similar time with a new path beckoning. This new way may be the antithesis to how you have lived until now, and it may be totally new and an uncharted course, but like Paul, it is about God having a bigger plan for you. Awakening, as Paul did with blinding light and hearing the voice of Jesus, isn't something we all experience, but our transformation is just as real. It is important to remember that everyone's awakening is unique and takes many forms. Signs can be subtle or extreme, and it can also come about via challenge and unexpected events. Sometimes it is our body that gives us signs. A breakdown or health battle can signal that the way we've been doing things is no longer sustainable. It may be a failed business, a job that no longer satisfies, a broken love affair, or simply a knowingness that something needs to change. Like Paul, you may have stubbornly resisted something, or have been unready to see how big changes could fit into or be part of your future. Be always grateful to your old self, though, for having gotten you this far with everything learned, since it will serve you well. For truly there is no such thing as a wrong path, since everything experienced teaches us something and adds to our ability to see situations from different perspectives. As with Saul, this new you will transform others' perceptions as well. There may be skepticism, confusion, or suspicion that this new path is authentic and real, but stay true. So often we get held back because of what others want or expect us to be. Staying aligned instead to your new life demonstrates that change is possible for them too. Didn't we just now understand? Okay, Holy Spirit, I got it. I'm gonna be obedient and we just said that it is important to trust that if you're being guided to change, help and the right people will arrive. In scripture, we learn of Ananias who is sent to heal Saul of his blindness caused by his vision and blinding light on the road to Damascus. Ananias is fearful, knowing only the old Saul who persecuted mercilessly, but trusts God, who tells him he is a changed man. Both men are touched by the power of the moment and spirit moving through them, because awakening touches and transforms others as it will for you in your life. You may not yet know how the future will progress or what the next steps are, but trust that all will be provided and that the course is already set and future success ensured. As you say goodbye to old ways, behaviors, people, jobs, and identities, be aware that it can take time to settle into the new. This is to be expected and is made easier if you can firmly shut the door on the old. This may mean removing yourself from old toxic associations, actions, or people. You take with you into the new only that which is supportive and true. There is no room for worn out patterns or people that seek to thwart or pull you backward. New friends, contacts, and experiences await that are beneficial, fruitful, and positive, and being clear about who you are now helps you commit to this new way of life, grounding and anchoring it. You may be surprised at how quickly things can change, how new insights and routines form. You are encouraged to look forward with renewed passion and zest for life. Awakening is always worth it. Wow, 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 family. I needed to hear that too, okay. I'm going to be, like I say, I'm going to learn to be obedient. And here's Mary, mothering and nurture. And that was card 45. This is 44. Mother Mary has time for you when no one else does. She is your constant place to come back to for she is your constant place to come back to for a warm embrace, a soft voice to coax you forward, a shoulder to cry on, and a place for lighthearted laughter and joy. Within her etheric space, the table is always set, the tea waiting, and the light on for whenever you need to visit and spend time with her. She does not judge, does not scold, has infinite patience, and has broad shoulders to help carry your burdens, as well as a heart bursting with pride for your triumphs and achievements. There is never anything too small or too big that you can bring to her door. She has heard it all before from the countless travelers from all corners of the globe that she serves. She never gets weary, never tires. Her heart is enormous and open to all. Tapped into her divine light and grace, she not only is there to listen and be present, but to model the qualities you seek in others as well as yourself. To be patient and kind, forgiving and tolerant, constant and steady. If Mary is the safe harbor to which you return, you are the ship made ready to go back out with sails mended, fuel in your tank, and a soft breeze to guide you on. You may stay as long as needed in Mary's company for convalescence through illness of body, mind, or soul, or whatever troubles you. In her company, you gain renewed strength and purpose and the security of unconditional love. You may call on Mary at any time. You may be struggling with issues linked to mothering, maybe how to be a good mother, how becoming one, healing the relationship with your own, or having lost one. Some of you may never have known a mother's love, and Mary can teach you and show you how to love and honor yourself. Never with judgment, always with understanding, and knowing each soul tries to do the best it can in each incarnation. Healing the healing the maternal line is also part of Mary's role, and she can help you unwind the tangled themes and challenges left there from times of old. Mary operates at national and local levels, helping to heal issues for women everywhere, supporting the female creative power and strengthening nurturing qualities, which have the power to transform the world. She asks you to call her in to any group or gathering that needs a mother's touch. You can never disappoint her because she always is able to see the good in you, the times you've tried, the ways you've helped, even when it fell on deaf ears. She is not blind to your faults, but sees them as unhealed parts and understands how hard it is to be human, the suffering and pain that can be part of our mission, just as it was for her raising Jesus as the little boy, but seeing him in agony on the cross. She encourages you to never waver from seeing the higher plan and God's intentions, which are to experience life in its multifold ways and the roles we all play to walk with each other home. Wow, family. Spirit is really, really loving you today. And the last one from the Christ Consciousness deck is card 31, Stand Up, Steadfast Vision. Jesus, through his ministry, had frequent occasions when he directly challenged the status quo and rulings of the day. He did so when he felt they were unjust and outdated, knowing that new times required new ways. He was not apathetic or timid. He spoke out in radical ways, triggering, although not his intention, those who refused to listen or entertain his teaching. Right now, you may be feeling compelled to stand up for an injustice or cause that you hold dear. You may struggle to see the oppression, inequality, and poverty in our world and think, what can I do? Yet we're all more powerful than we imagine, and when we lend our voice, presence, and support to something worthwhile, we help many. Often we wait for someone else to make the first move, but even if no one else joins you, it builds your sense of who and what you are, impacting your legacy left for future generations. Think about what troubles you. It may be environmental, political, social, or something that you have experienced firsthand. You may have been shunned, misunderstood, vilified, or judged for something you hold true. It takes bravery to speak up and be seen, but like Jesus, it can create waves that can lead to extraordinary change if we are brave enough to stand up. You will find there are others who share your vision of a better world, and the kinship and support of being with like-minded people at this time is helpful. A gathering of your soul tribe can happen online or in person and will make you feel a sense of belonging. You may have felt quite alone and isolated, feeling as though few see the world as you do, and in truth, to be sensitive and empathetic is to care deeply compared to those who turn a blind eye. You are here to help make a difference, to be an advocate for light, and to not be afraid, knowing you are protected and held as you endeavor to make a positive difference. This card is also a nod to unity and coming together around a centralized point, be that peace, remembrance, freedom, or something else. Solidarity, steadfastness, and being together as one holds the promise Jesus taught of where two or more are gathered in my name, miracles can happen. This may also be a time when your unhealed aspects are being illuminated. This may have been stirred up by current stories in the collective media, for example, victims of abuse, women's rights, sexual identity, racial inequality. A highlighted story can touch us and help identify a story, experience, or pain that needs to be heard and healed. The light shines in the darkness, and the darkness has not overcome it. In the first chapter of John's Gospel, identifies the light that you have within you that can heal anything brought out of the shadows, as well as bringing understanding and peace. Being around positive, motivated, uplifting people will also be beneficial at this time, not those seeking to derail or thwart your path and light via words, thoughts, or deeds. It may be advisable to review the company that you keep, but if needing to be around those, for example, with draining energy via duty or responsibility, ensure you are spiritually shielded. You may be able to inspire them, but remember, we can't force or change anyone against their will. Just demonstrate loving action and change, which others can follow or not via their free will. Wow, I think that goes kind of back to what we were talking about too before about cutting those folks loose, but it can be done in a softer way so that you don't have to be like, ha ha, I got you. But it's kind of just letting that go in such a way that you can heal yourself and leave the door open for their healing. Your intention is more positive and gentle, which can actually help catalyze growth and change in them too, in ways that might not if we left it off in a less peaceful or positive way. Sorry about that. Let me see. 19 is here with Dragon Spirit, and it's been a few readings since it came out, so we're gonna read it again. Fire, Dragon Strength. One of the most powerful allies in this deck, the Metatron Fire Dragon, roars into your life, giving you strength, courage, and fortification. This dragon is here to burn away and transmute any lower energies that have been around you. Toxic people, neediness, negativity, fear, anger. You are reminded that as a light worker, there is a need to protect and purify your energy at all times so that you don't become depleted or susceptible to darker energies that may see your light and try to bring you down. You have nothing to fear. The fire dragon is here to safeguard you, your home, and those you love. Call on him whenever you need him. He flies before you with a mighty wingspan and piercing eyes, able to clear your path and remove any dangers, and he is able to see all from his skyline position, including that which is behind you. The pyramid contains Metatron's orange flame, and this is here for you anytime you feel an attack on your power base or divine self. The tetrahedron shape of the pyramid links to your solar plexus, and the dragon brings his powerful energy toward you to lift away any fear or negativity that sits in your core, trying to make you feel small. Whether this is your own doing or someone else's attack on your confidence, he is here now to remind you that you are powerful beyond measure. His raw strength mirrors your own, which is why he often flies in when you are facing real difficulty, telling you to dig deep, see beyond the immediate problems, and transmute all that is no longer needed in the fire he carries around him. His fire won't burn you. It will provide heat and courage to keep you going through times of adversity and positivity. He also reminds you of the need to have fire in your belly to speak up, be heard, and stand up for what you believe. Maybe there has been an injustice around you, or you have strong, passionate views that others need to hear. He asks you not to be afraid to fight for what you know is right and fair. There are times both in the collective and in our individual lives when this is necessary. Leave no space for being walked over, disregarded, or ignored. Instead, call on your spiritual might and insight to tackle what needs facing with love and strength and conviction. The dragon will stay for as long as he is needed and until any challenge is won. He fights for the light, understanding that darkness exists, but knows he is equipped with everything needed for anything he may meet. And he will win and have your best interests at heart always. One of nature's correctors and balancers. Call on his fire to help you today. And then we have card 23, duality. Balance is needed. You were asked to look at the need for balance in your life now. This may be in terms of your approach to life, working too hard or not working at all, looking after self or neglecting your basic needs, good diet, exercise, positive thinking. It can take myriad forms. With Metatron, we will often be drawn to our imbalanced masculine and feminine states and the need for equilibrium there. Maybe you need to nourish and nurture your feminine side, receiving love and being held, or maybe you need to motivate and take control and action with your masculine side. Only you know. We all live in a constant state of flux, seeking equilibrium and peace. The symbol on this card is a powerful one that serves to remind us of this dance between two states of being, both within us and externally, that seek attention from you now. To live a balanced life is to live a healthy life. You are asked to look at situations, people, thinking, and energy around you and see what may be out of control or conversely parched and ignored from little attention. It may be that your inner child needs acknowledgement at this time rather than allowing your adult self to hold full sway over everything. Balance is needed in every part of who and what you are. So often we seek to label something as right or wrong, good or bad, and yet in life, negative and positive energy serve each other. Any experience you are living through, even if difficult, painful, or upsetting, has the hidden gift of bringing something positive to you now. Nothing happens that isn't meant to happen. The soul knows what it needs to learn to grow and also what it has signed up for in this lifetime. So too does every other soul in your life, even if you can't understand the choices they make. Dark and light, night and day, we need the dark to show us where light still needs to be shown. We sometimes need hard, challenging times to wake up humanity in ourselves to a wider truth of reconciliation and love, to bring back light where it has been for a long time. To bring back light to where it has been long forgotten. Rather than labeling what you struggle with now as unfair and unjust and seeing only its bleakness, look again and see the light within it, from those who dry your tears as they care for you to the unexpected smile of a stranger that pierces through the darkest day. Light is always there for you in the hard times, too. The promise you're given is that what seems difficult now will pass. Your life is made up of light and shade. Into each life, both sun and rain must fall, but the rainbow is always there bridging our experiences. This card seeks for you to feel the balance of life and the flow that allows you to experience duality, one of the only places in this great universe where this is possible. Take this symbol on the card you have chosen and place it in your hands. Ask Metatron to help you see both sides to any disagreement, to feel the light within the darkest hour, and to see masculine and feminine parts of you. to bring all aspects of yourself back into equilibrium. And lastly, but certainly not least, is card 50, which are signs from Spirit with Love. Look around you for the signs from above. They are everywhere if you just stop to notice and acknowledge them today. The angel feathers that appear at just the right time in unexpected places. The words of a song that resonate with what you prayed about last night. Signs are everywhere and come in many shapes and forms. So often you expect the big gesture, the booming voice in your ear, the crystal clear image in your third eye, or the answer landing at your feet. But angel signs are often softer. Archangel Metatron embodies many ways to make his presence known to you, and you're encouraged to open up to them as at this time, to the clairsentient feeling of his presence, the warmth or heat that overcomes you, the colors that you increasingly notice in new ways, the tingles in your body, or the voice of Metatron speaking to you, maybe via a friend, associate, or loved one. Nature, too, holds many signs. Maybe you've seen a robin who comes to visit, reminding you of a loved one who has passed. Beware also of power animals and the creatures that appear time and time again to bring your attention to a quality they embody. Metatron often speaks through animal symbolism as well as flowers and many other signs. Numbers are also important signs. Maybe you've been seeing recurring ones: 1111, 2222. 303 444 555. Numbers that keep appearing trigger us to realize that there is more, that this is more than mere coincidence. This is a sign from our subconscious waking us up, letting us know we are not alone, that a loving force watches over us. You are drawing this card today because you have asked for a sign, and here it is, a sign that angelic light is with you, that your prayers and requests have been heard and are being worked on, and that all is well. You are assured that every time you talk to Metatron, he listens. There will be times when you hear him clearly and times when you feel him more absent, but he's always there. Remember, too, that sometimes angels have to step back if there's something we have to do alone, a lesson to be learned, or a test overcome. But you are never abandoned. He is always with you. Think today about signs you have already received and ask Metatron for a special sign between the two of you that will make you know he is there. This is likely to be personal to you. Persevere, tune in, communicate, and listen. Signs are all around. Open up all your senses to experience them. Wow, family, your angels and guides are loving you and loving on you, and Holy Spirit wanted to just send you an additional hug through the ethers, recognizing the fact that, yeah, you really are going through something. This transformation is being called for. I don't know if you're at the beginning of it, just trying to figure it out, stuck in the middle of it, or trying to recover from wherever you're at in the midst of all of this. Know that you are loved and protected, that you have guidance with you, and that this is going to work out for your benefit. Like you said, all is well, whether we recognize it in the heat of the moment or not. This is your reading, soul family. I appreciate all of you. I love you very much. And until next time, peace and blessings to you. Namaste.